Dear friends, hope this finds you well. I apologize if my eyes are a bit squintier than normal. It's been, I think, a very beautiful week, but a week not filled with too much quality sleep. But this is obviously a great blessing, and comes with the territory. And again, I just want to thank everyone for their support, whether in digital form, saying a little Mazel Tov online, or and so many people reaching out in very beautiful and deep ways. And again, we feel very, very blessed to be part of the Blake Street community and to be part of Am Yisrael, I heard a beautiful story this past week as I was listening to a shir by my dear friend Rav Ami Silver, and the story goes talking about the Rav Kolonimus Kalman Shapira of Piasetzna, the Eish Kodesh. And the story goes that he used to have yichidus with many people would come from all over the place to come to see him and spend time with him. And he would spend hours and hours and hours and hours. And finally, a visitor came and saw what he was doing and saw the amount of time that he was putting into meeting with everyone. And he asked one of the attendants, how could he do this? He needs some time to himself. He's a righteous person. He should be learning. He should be davening. He should be doing all these different things. Right? What's going on here? And the attendant went and asked the Rebbe. And the Rebbe said, okay, let me speak to him. So he brought the man in and he opened up a notebook. And he showed in the notebook, he showed all of the different notes that he was taking during the meetings that he was having with these different people. And he said, when I meet with these people, when I meet with these different individuals and I learn their stories and I hear their troubles and I try to help them however I can, I am gleaning, I'm learning the deepest secrets of the esoteric worlds, of the Kabbalah. I'm learning from each of these individuals the deepest ideas, people dealing with their simple problems, or sometimes their complex problems. I'm learning the deepest things in the world. And this is a beautiful and a profound message that really, truly, the deepest things are human beings. The deepest things is what's going on in human beings. It's not really about those esoteric world. It's not about the sublime and the supernatural. It's about here. It's about connecting with human beings. And we see that in a powerful way in this week's Parsha, of the many things that happens in Parshat Pinchas. One, we know that Moshe is basically, he's close. He understands that he's close to the end, and he has to basically appoint. He wants God to appoint an appropriate leader who's going to take over after him. And Moshe turns to Hashem and he says, Yifkod Hashem Elokei Haruchot L'chol Basar. Ish al Ha'idad. Moshe says, may Hashem appoint, Hashem, the God of the ruchot, of the spirits of all flesh, a man to look after the Eidah, to look after the congregation. And what's this thing of Elokei HaRuchot, the God of the spirits? And you would imagine that this means the God of these kind of Moshe's looking for this powerful, who's going to take over? It's got to be someone who can go up to the spiritual world, right? Elokei HaRuchot, God, the God of spirits. We want somebody who's going to connect on the deepest level. But Rashi there says something beautiful. Rashi says, what does he want? What was Moshe asking? He says, Hashem, you know the spirit of every human being. You know what's going on within every human being. You need to appoint someone who's going to understand everybody, who's going to have the insight into everybody in order to lead the people. What Moshe is saying is that to be a leader, to be a spiritual leader, it's not about the highest heavens. It's about understanding what's going on the human level. It's what's going on. That's the deepest thing. And I've been thinking about this a lot this past week and a half. There's so many problems in the world, and there's so many troubles in the world. And how are we going to go forward? And yes, there's these profound, esoteric, transcendent ideas that we need to look into, that we need to explore. But the real salvation, the real leadership, the real guidance, the way forward is in understanding the human condition and being there. And so for me, this has been a really interesting and beautiful time to come back to the place of looking after a small baby. It's like you want to be dealing with the highest, or maybe I've got this idea of dealing with the highest possible spiritual ideas and leading a congregation. And here I am in these beautiful, tender moments, looking after a baby and attending to the slightest cry. You know, any parent would do the same, and that's really the deepest thing, because every individual is the deepest revelation of the Shekhinah, of the divine presence. And so these are powerful lessons that I think emerge from what's going on in our Parsha and, what our religion's all about. It's not about up there. It's about in here. It's about what goes on in the connection between human beings. With that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.